Hey guys, this is J10 Bricks. Today I'm going to be doing an alternate build review of this set here, 76895, the Ferrari F8 Tributo. Yes, as you saw from the title, it is another Ferrari F40. As I said in my last one, I'm going to be comparing different ones. Today is part 3, comparing Schwimpy's, because he's the one that won last video, with another one by a guy on Brickable. I think his account is Alex_QWERTY. So with Alex QWERTY, as I'm going to call him, with his, the base design is his, but I did mod it a bunch to where to what I think it looks good, because some of the things looked kind of weird, really easy modifications. So I'll get on to the builds. Okay, so as you can see here, I have the two models. This one is the one by Schwimpy, as you saw in my last two Ferrari F40 videos. Really like this one. And then moving this one aside, we have Alex QWERTY's. And one thing I really like about Alex QWERTY's is that he tried to do the, like, I don't know if they're fog lights or what they are, but the lights that pop up, I like how he tried to add those in. He also kind of did the different sections represented by these little studs that I talked about in the last video. Okay, so I'll get on to the model. We have Schwimpy's here, and as you can see, the front is quite different. Or as I said in my last video, he used the gray lights. He used black lights just like ARJ Bros. And I mean, at this time, I think this front end looks really good on Alex QWERTY's, but not as aerodynamic as Schwimpy's. In my opinion, it almost looks more like a Lamborghini Countach front end, just because these lights are right up on the front. I don't know how Countaches actually look, but it reminds me more of a Countach than it does a F40. Moving to the sides, you can see Schwimpy used all these different slope pieces, but I don't like these sides at all. There's these big gaps on Alex QWERTY's because of the pieces he used. There's a big gap in it. I don't like it at all. So Schwimpy definitely wins there. Moving to the back, you can see I modded this back end a whole lot because they were yellow studs representing lights. It is very fragile. So, like, very fragile, because I had to take two pieces off to do a different mod that I'll show you in a bit. But I also added, there were 3 different exhaust pipes, but I was thinking that's not how a F40 is, so I made it kind of my own by adding these different plates and then these wedge slopes. I also added this tile here because it looked a little bit empty. So like I said, this whole wing area is so fragile. These two pieces aren't studded in. It's just held on by the spoiler here. But with Schwimpy's, you can see it looks really clean. Really love this. And the spoiler's not as flimsy either. Moving to the back of the top, this is where most of my modding went. So, on Alex QWERTY's, he had these translucent tiles, like on this side here, with black tiles right here. It looks very bad. No offense, Alex QWERTY, but I did not like it at all. So I added these slopes, and I used I don't think you can really see it, but there are some yellow studs that I used. They were helping secure this in a little bit more. I was going to try and rework this whole back section, but it didn't work out very well. And so I think this looks way better now that I modded it. I did not like it at all. It looked so weird with having translucent here and just plain black here. I mean, he did what he could, but you can see Schwimpy used these different, like, pre-made molded things. But Alex QWERTY used those pieces for the sides right here. I don't know. And then this is a tile, and then this is not a tile. I don't know. I don't like it at all. Moving to the top, or to the interior, sorry. You can see not much to say there, just a G-slope, a curved slope, a steering wheel. Sorry, I don't think you guys can really see that well. But then I used these two studs here. There was no steering wheel originally in the model. So I added the steering wheel because there was these two studs right next to each other, but then I added the steering wheel. And I don't know if it's totally flush on the bottom. It might be at just a tiny angle from these, like, snot pieces here. But so I just added these there. I think those represent gauges or something. I'll show you Schwimpy's. Really nice looking. Got the center console. Got those things there. Really like it. I don't like it as much as ARJ Bros. I think their interior was far superior to both of these. Now that you've seen most of the model, one thing I will say, I don't like this piece either. It looks so boxy and not very rounded right at the end. That's another thing that makes me think Countach, because they have more of a slanted, not curved, like, front end. I think if he would have just called it a Countach and tried to rework this spoiler, it would have sold to me better as a Countach. I'll rate these now. For playability, Schwimpy definitely wins. I don't remember exactly what I called it in my first video showcasing this Schwimpy's, but Alex QWERTY's, this with the way I modded it, and it was still super loose even with those studs. Like, don't. This whole back end, this whole front end is pretty good, but then you got these pieces that like to fall because they're only held in by one stud and there's a slope under them, you know? They just want to fall. And this side piece, these are super flimsy. So definitely Schwimpy wins. For display, Schwimpy also wins. I do like how he tried to add these like lights that are up. I don't know if they're fog lights or blinders or the brights. I don't know. I don't know exactly what they're for, but I think they're probably fog lights or something. I do like how he added that, but as I said earlier, I think of more of a Countach when I see that. This front end is all curved going down. This is just kind of like straight slanted. So for display, Schwimpy definitely wins. And I'm adding a new category to all my reviews, like comparisons, is which one took longer to build. I don't exactly remember Schwimpy's, but it was fairly straightforward, pretty simple build. But Alex QWERTY's definitely took longer, especially me modding it. But if you're just building the straight model, it still took me longer. Schwimpy definitely wins for who like which one is built quicker. And then, like I said earlier, playability definitely goes to Schwimpy. Play with it more, display it better. Really screams Ferrari F40 to me. Sorry, Alex QWERTY, but you are definitely out. I liked your model kinda, but I don't know. I don't see why anybody would build this over Schwimpy's amazing model. Schwimpy's takes the dub. Sorry, Alex QWERTY's. Yours was alright. I didn't like it very much, and I'll be taking it apart and making one last one. That it is a Ferrari F40 Competizione. I don't know how you say that. So I'll put the words up on the screen. Tell me how to pronounce it. I have no clue. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you found this helpful. Definitely go build both of these and see which one you liked better. Build Alex QWERTY's, but I don't think you'll like it as much as Schwimpy's. Schwimpy's definitely is the better one so far. If you enjoyed this review and comparison, please throw me a like down below. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below any ideas you have for me in the future, and comment down below any improvements you think I can make in my videos and other things like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time on J10 Bricks.